Hey everybody, it's me, Robert Schep, talking about my Smartup Zero project or research. And this is the second episode. The first episode I gave you an introduction to an analogy. In this episode I will zoom in way more practical levels on what we are actually trying to do here. In the first episode I told you, and we ended with the idea like we are building our own steering wheel. Well, to me that means we are building in a new way, a new method, following a new trajectory, our own digital technologies. And that is important to me because I believe that in our effort to prevent our ecosystems from collapsing, our natural and cultural ones, we're going to need a different kind of digital toolset than we have available now. And just to give you a practical example of this, like one of the key digital technologies in our life, of course, is our smartphone. We use it every day, we bring it everywhere, it gives us access to everything. Right now, this thing is being controlled and made and by a few tech companies, big tech companies, or we basically let some 5, 6, 7 parties or governments that are also involved in this. They decide on how we use this. I'm saying, well, that's maybe something we can break. Actually, it's like if we can break that reality, this can be speed things up when it comes to all kinds of other changes we need to make. The premises of this is like, so if we, the people, can control our own digital technology, so if let's imagine a world where this smartphone is something I can think of as a completely neutral tool that is designed in the best way possible, not by some corporations or governments, but by the people themselves. And this is not for profit, but for environmental issues, like supports us in our fight for a healthy future for our children. I would be using this thing completely differently than I'm using it now, and probably it would change my behavior in all kinds of ways. If this is just a tool from the people, for the people, by the people. So I set out to give hands and feet to this idea. So I researched a hypothesis, and that's what I call the Smartup hypothesis. And you can read all about that in my white paper. But in essence, what the Smartup methodology means is that we are owning, creating, and governing a digital tool together in a democratic community where we follow certain decision-making processes and workflows that enable us to together make a technology or an idea or a concept the best version of itself. And that means that it's not like the best version of itself does not mean that it generates the most money or the best data, but just it becomes that it's a tool that actually makes us humans smarter with our physical environment. And that's key in a Smartup. A Smartup creates products and services that makes us smarter in a way for our environment, for our physical world, opposed to a startup which usually creates a product or service which makes us maybe smarter or better informed, but not per se for our physical environment. Mostly they are connecting us with some digital services. A Smartup always creates products and services that connect us on a new level or on a better level with our physical world. So that's one key difference between a Smartup and a startup. The other one is that a Smartup is community based. So there are no shareholders, there are no founders, there's no CEO. It's a completely different hierarchy than a startup. It's completely autonomous. We are not dependent on anything. It's a lot like a Wikipedia model, only there are key differences with that. I will zoom into that in different videos. For now, this is gives you a bit of an outline of what a SmartUp is. We are building a technology, and with that we are proving my hypothesis. Right now we are with 20 people in the SmartUp. The goal of this video series is to draw more people in with different kind of skills, with different kind of expertise, angles. We need a lot of people to prove the hypothesis. But if we prove it, if we are able to create a new digital tool following the SmartUp method, we actually create a whole new method for all kinds of great innovations and great digital technologies that can help us fix all these problems that are facing us. So read up on the whole research if you want on my website, join my Facebook group, or you can just wait for the next videos. The next episode will be more about what we are actually building in this first SmartUp, and that will be about a technology called OnLive, and it's a very exciting new technology where we are building following the SmartUp method. So thanks for watching again, and see you next time. Have a great day. Cheers.